さて、サブクエがいっぱい湧いているな。見に行こうか。プラスマークがついてるってことは何かしら強化されるクエストかな？誰だあれ。石の剣。またあれ、あ、違うな。あ、オーガストじゃん。またブラックソンが悩んでる、もしかして。
Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
今度はどうしたの？
worried about him, and you want my advice.
Afraid so.
ほんと好きだな。
It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a
ある
mission,
指輪。
and he gave me this flashy ring to say
オート
thank
スロー
you.
リングかな？
So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead.
またすねちゃったの。
Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And
いや、あれでしょう。どうせその指輪のさ、衣装がすごくて、こんな細かい仕事俺にはできないって、またへこんでるんでしょう。意外とメンタル弱いんだよな、ブラックソン。あ、そうよ、最強武器のためにも。
Alright, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
困ったやつだな、ブラックソン。まあね、職人ってものは繊細なのかもしれないけれど、それにしたってなんか普段結構さ、は？空の様子がおかしい。んなことは関係ねえ。俺は俺の仕事するだけだって言ってるのに。すごい装備見せられるとすぐへこんじゃうからな。あ、来てるオーガスト。ああ、確かに考え込んでますね。いつもならカンカンカンってしてるのに全然カンカンしないもんね、これ。ブラックソンちょっと今度は何ですか？
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. You got better things to do with your time.
That remains to be seen.
そうそう、クライブは昔からだから。
He showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
なんか不機嫌になったそうだなって言って、なんか子供をあやしてるみたいだな。喧嘩の仲裁みたいな。
Then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories.
昔を思い出した。
Memories better left forgotten.
なんだ昔って。
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
いや、そんな。いいじゃん、別に。
Fine.
僕たちの中じゃないか。
That ring he flashed was the work of Zoltan.
え、そうなんだ。ゾルタン。
You've never mentioned him before.
ねえ。
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it.
すごい。
It's improved though. More than I thought possible.
なんで喧嘩終わってからしちゃったんだろうな。
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even after that.
やっぱりそういうことか。
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
いや、そうだよ。
I'm the Idleway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of
ブラックソンもブラックソンなりに命をかけているからっていうことね。
Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of
片手まで家事をしていた。
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit?
そうだね。
secret.
話を聞いてみた方がいいかもしれない。
Too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride and focus all your energies on the task at hand, keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't,
おー、クライブうまいこと言いますね。確かに。プライドと命どっちが大切だっていうことですね。
What do you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic.
マジッ
So,
ク。
where do you reckon old what's his name is then?
そうだよね。場所知ってるのかな。
In Dravozd, my old
ドラ
village.
ボズ。初めて聞く村じゃないこれ。
He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh?
コラバ牧地の北。
Not
あ、
far from
そんな
Tabor,
方にいたんだ。
Just
ブラック
north
ソ
of the
ン。
fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah?
オッケ
I'll
ー。
make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that.
そもそもブラックソンどうしてここに来たんだろうな。どういういきさつで。まあ、シドがスカウトしたんだろうとは思うけど。まあ、喧嘩別れして、故郷の長をやってるってことはあれか。タボール。ブラックソン側が怒って出てったってことだよね、きっと。で、そんで出てきたところをあれかな？シドにスカウトされたっていう感じなのかな？お、ここか。おー、ドラボズへ移動できるようになった。これサブクエないと来る予定がない場所なのかな？あれどうやって入るんだこれ。あれ？ん？入り口ここじゃないのか。あー、待ってるのね、外でね。
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
どうしてくれない？
The gate's closed.
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so.
厄介事
Well, I'll
が
let。you in anyway. You look like trouble.
なんだ？
I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick.
お、来たブラックソン。外で見るの
Changed a
初め
bit,
てだ
have
な
you,。snotty?
鼻垂れビート。
No. It isn't. Blackthorn.
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise, but since you are so nicely, I'm here to see Zoltan, you fucking numbskull. Now let us through.
めちゃくちゃ口悪い。村長に。
Just don't go starting
あ、
anything.
どうしてくれるんだ。いいのかそんな揉め事が起きてる時に。
I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
まあそもそも飛び出てるだろうからな。なんか喧嘩になりそうな気がしないでもないけど大丈夫か
Go
な。
on then.
Much obliged.
ここが鍛冶師の村。なんかそんな高価な指輪を作っているような感じにはみんな。あーでもすごい窯がいっぱいある。
So this is Dravozd. Not much going on, is there?
ねえ活気ないねあんまり。
When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people. You speak to Zoltan.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the chief.
そう喧嘩の理由があれだよ
Someone
ね
could。build me a bridge,
気になるところだよな。
then I'll cross it.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
さすがクライ
Appreciate
ブ。
it. He'll be near the forge on the hill.
高台の火事場にいる。なるほどね。
I've inherited it when I left.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck.
まあクライブ実際あれだからな。結構上手だからな。人と交渉するの。シドに鍛えられただけある。本当だね。確かに火事場がいっぱいある。あ、やばい。日本語が。
Shut your hole.
落ち着けよ。村長が対策を考えてる。なんだろう。黒の一帯が迫ってきてるからとかかな。あ、子供もいるね。
Mama,
ママ
why hasn't Papa come back yet?
He's helping the chief with something very
大事
important.
なお仕事
You。go back inside now.
鍛冶師が家事をするより大事なお仕事があるのか。あー、ワンコいるわ。結構外にいるのは女の人が多いか。そうでもないか。
My obituary written then. The man who closed the doors on his great-grandfather's forge.
Oh, don't
結
say
構あれ
that.
だな。
It's not over yet. Let me help.
なんだ。何が原因で店を閉めることになってるんだ。
Isn't there anything we can do to help? It
doesn't seem fair, the menfolk having to deal with all this on their own.
I've started putting peas and pulses in the pot. They fill the same
節約と保存の効く食べ物作り。
Sorry, but if none of you lot can smell ore anymore, we're
村
gonna
の
have
炉
to
が
start
使え
looking
な
for
い。
new clients.
Good luck finding anyone else who can make a fire worth a damn.
クリスタルがないからか、もしかして。クリスタルがないから火を起こせないとかそういうこと？もしかして。そういうことなのか？
What's the point of mining this shit if no one can use it?
鉄は取れるけど、
If they don't fix the
鉄を燃やすための火がないみたいな。シドの隠れ家は確かシドとミドちゃんのおかげで魔法を使わなくても火が起こせるようになってるんだよな、確かに。あー、やっぱりクリスタルが使えなくなってからだ、これやっぱり。そういうことか。わあ、これあれだな。ちょっとクライブにも責任がある話だから、これなんとかしてあげたいですね。ブラックソンのお兄ちゃんか弟かわかんないけど、兄弟みたいだし。事情は把握した。ゾルタン。あー、ベアラが頑張ってあれしてるわ。
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
あ、この人がゾルタン
It's a
さん。
pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well done, Snotty. You're not welcome here. Get out.
ブラックソーンの兄弟感ありますね。
Blackthorn's here.
なかなか話を聞いてく
What
れな
do
い。
you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes, has he?
He's waiting. Down by the gates.
Then I suggest you take him
ああ、や
with
っぱ全然聞く耳持たずな感じなんだ。
You apprentice together?
you. So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers' flames are next to bloody useless.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystals.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out,
ベアラーの炎じゃ足りないのか。結構やっぱりクリスタルの力の方が強いんだな、さすがに。
and neither are you.
All right. I'm going.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something. If this keeps up, we'll be ruined.
いやー、これはなかなか難しそうな問題だな。
Flames just aren't hot enough.
I suppose we could try working copper
ベアラーも
instead.
結構頑張ってはいるだろうけど。ああ、結構、この人たち多分ベアラーだよな。
I thought I'd made myself clear. Piss off.
まあ、こりゃ確かにそれどころじゃないよな。
We could try making a bunch of them.
いやこれはでも逆に取引というか話をする余地がありそうだけどね。隠れ家の炉のシステムを教えてあげる代わりに彫金の技術を貸してくれみたいな、貸してくれというか知識を分けてくれという話ができそうな気がするが、どうだろうか、ブラックソーン。
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
あんまり話してくれませんでした。
Him, yes.
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round. Not after what I did.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help,
いや、そうね、そこよ、そこ。
what turned the village against you?
I left.
逃げ出した。
Dravoshed. Zoltan. The burden of leadership our dying master dropped in our laps. All of it. There are two kinds of smiths in this world, you see. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk.
あ、そんなに悪い話じゃなさそうな気がするけど。
Who are in it for different reasons.
あー、なるほどね。
People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades, reap the profit, and divvy it out among themselves. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's throats.
なるほどね。確かにそこの両立は難しいよな。
Would have torn Dravos in half had it gone on. So, I left.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's tables. Dravos prospered without me and my lofty ideals getting in the road.
しっかりやってたんだな。
Crystals run out at any rate. Without magic to fire the furnaces, this place is as good as dead.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire. We manage it in the Deadlands.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah.
おこぼれ。
He saw all of this coming. New crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of doing without.
You know what I mean, though, right?
あ、そういうことね。
There's a way.
じゃドレイクファングのおこぼれをここはもらってたってことなんだ。
You couldn't have predicted this.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravos won't last long without his furnaces.
お、来た!
So, do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest.
いやでもその代わりに技術を教えてもらえればいいってことだよな。
All right. Do it. This place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. いずれはみんなマザークリスタルなしの生活をしなきゃいけないわけだからな。 On the road to freeing Valisthea from the prison of the Crystal's blessing. Dravos will show the world that it's possible.
いいじゃん。
Wouldn't you agree, August?
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans then?
でもさ、まずはその話、ゾルターンに通さないといけないんじゃないか？
Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job.
勝手に進めて大丈夫か？
Round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two with August.
All right then.
大丈夫か？そういうの得意かオーガストできるのか？ああ、素材集めですね。かしこまりました。デザートサラマンダー。耐熱火。川がいるんだ。
Sid tried all sorts of leather to make those bellows, but salamander skin was the only kind that worked.
話聞いてくれるかなでもオーガストの。
Don't worry, I'll get Blackthorn the help he needs.
ねえ。
Once I've worked out who hates us the least.
確かに万平さんの力仕事できそうだったけど、この話をゾルターンに通さずに進めて大丈夫なのかっていう不安が残るが。あれか。いやなんかめちゃくちゃウルフが死んでるけど。あれサラマンダー？ご飯中ってことかな？ジャスティスでいこうか最初は。6発ビックスインパルスきた。おっよしガルーダ引っ張れー。おらラウジあ結構柔らかい。Come hereとどめのライトニングブロッド。顆粒の耐熱火、デザートサラマンダーの皮、炉に火を起こす際に必要な、不意後に使うのね。なるほどね。確かにそりゃ耐熱じゃないと、あっという間に燃えちゃうね。あ、集まってる人。オーガストやるじゃん。
What's this all about then?
Don't know.
やるやんオーガスト。
Good news, Clive. When I told people we'd be building them a new furnace, they were practically falling over themselves to help. Talk about changing their tune.
さすがあれだな。ちゃんと前線で戦いに行ってるだけあるね。あ、いっぱい来てるいっぱい来てる。向こうからもちゃんと出てきてるじゃん。お、いいね。これなら作れそうじゃん。あ、宝箱だ。 満足通貨ちょっと前金としていただいていこ
う。Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
This should be plenty. Right then, time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
どこに作るんだろう。まずはあれか、やっぱ村長の家かな。お、できた。早い。
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight. You know what this means, don't you? I do,
よかったよかった。
Dravost is saved.
でもゾルターンと話をしないと。あ、来た来た来た来たゾルターン。お、話が分かりそうだちゃんと。
That thing you built us is an honest to God's marvel. You've saved our village.
いや、例ならそうだよ。ブラックソーに行ってくれ。
He oversaw the construction.
お、
Give this to him, would you?
なんだ
What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to
extract
most out of our forges. That there was my answer.
あ、すごい。
Chuck it in the fire, and your forge
ありが
will
と
burn
う。
hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair.
直接お話ししなくていいの
Blackthorn. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard.
あ、お互いにお互いのことちゃんと尊敬してるんだね。
The Anvil will ever bridge that gap, though.
いや、そんなことないよ。
He's a genius.
だってゾルターンの作った指輪に嫉妬してここに来たんだから、ブラックソン。
But he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his guts?
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
いや、そうだよ。直接渡した方がいいよ。
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
ああ、そう、まあそうか。
Well, you know what
こ
they
の
say.
件に関しては感謝してるけどっていうところなんだろうな。
These things take time, especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges tighter than their hammers. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye, and I'd call that a job well done.
まあ自分が捨てた村を
So would I.
もう一度助けることができたわけだから
So
な。
why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe and sound.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
オーガストほんまにブラックソーのこと好きやな。
He's still explaining the ins and outs of the new forge. So I doubt
あ、
we'll be
カン
going
カンやってる、
anywhere
カ
for
ンカンや
a
ってる。
bit. No sense you waiting around anyway.
あ、実際にカンカンやってる。
These things are going to take some
あ、
getting used
結
to.
構コツがいるんだ。
Yeah. Give it a week, and you'll wonder why you ever bother with crystals.
すごい。
Let's run through it again, shall we?
V5 ってどれのことなんだろう。これか。これで、ああ、なるほどね。ここをグイってするとボーって風が入るっていうことか。
Bloody hell. How's it staying so hot without a crystal?
Don't ask me. But whoever
せ
invented
や
this
ろ
thing was a fucking genius.
せやろシドって言うんよ。発明したやつ。すげえだろ
I'll bet the blacksmiths will be queuing up to buy you a drink now. Reckon you might
いや、
save
む
this
しろ
down
ビー
in
ト
a
が
minute.
起点を聞かせて入れてくれなかったらこの結果得られなかったからビートもありがとな。
Yeah, that's not
お
Blackthorn, is it?
Never thought I'd see
ブラック
his
ソーに
face
気づい
in
てる人もい
Dravost
る。
again.
If you ask.
すごい、みんなの分作ってくれるんだ。え、足りるかなサラマンダー。サラマンダー1匹しか倒してないけど足りるかな。みんなで倒しに行くのかな。結構強かったから気をつけてね。ああ、やってるか彼らも。もう一回鉄を掘ることに。
The forges are back in action.
お
And burning like the flames of hell itself, thanks to these new bellow things.
Right then, you lazy mongrels. Back to the mine.
おお、そうだよ。
We've got forges to feed.
頑張って鉄掘ってくれ。できればその余った鉄をうちに横流ししてくれてもいいんやで。あ、なるほど、ここがこうやってつながるんだ、砂漠と。ここなんだっけ。あ、ここに鉱山があるんだ。なるほどね。
Good day.
あ、来た。峡谷の夕べ、4万ギル。4万ギルなら買っちゃおう。
Here you are. May we meet again?
この曲かな。とりあえず隠れ家に戻りますか。また強い装備作ってくれそうな気がする。お、帰ってきてる帰ってきてる。ブラックソン。
Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in
早
one
かった
piece.
ね。
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you left. Everyone except Zoltan, that is. Didn't see
そう
eye
か
nor hair of him.
まあそうだ
Oh, that
ね。
reminds me. I have something for you.
いつか話せるといいけどな。ゾルターンが試行錯誤して作り上げた特製の炭。ロニクベルと高い火力を維持しやすくなり、より強固な鉄を打つことができる。
Pico Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
そうだよ、ブラックソン。
Imagine that.
自信持って。
Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me
そうだね。
sometimes.
元気になったね。
I'm grateful all the same.
前もそうやって言ってたんだけどな、でも。
Where was I?
今度こそ、今度こそ元気になった。
About to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are.
そうだね。
Stubborn bastards.
お互いがお互いを高め合ってるんだろう
You're
ね。
not wrong. Still, it's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling
それ
about
は
it
まあ
now,
もう
eh?
ちょっと年取ってからになるかもしれないね。
Or as near to happy as he gets. That's good enough for me.
ドーン。いやでもこのクエストで、お、ウロボロスの書？ウロボロスが作れるようになる。すごい。ウロボロス。帯かな、やっぱり。材料あるかな。結構いろいろ倒してはいるから、
Trouble with your gear, or
あるといいけどな。
something for you, dear?
ルーンブレイド、うわあ、強い。神秘的な文様が施された長剣。描かれた文字のような文様は、古の部族に由来し、持ち主に神秘的な力を、おー、すごい。これ、ルーンベルト、ルーンクレセント。あれウロボロスどこだ？ウロボロスはこれか。地竜の下、ドレッドフェザー。これまだそうだな。これも欲しいんだけど、汚れた腰巻きとモルボルの花がいるんだよな。これもまだこれからなんじゃろうなという感じだが、とりあえず、ルーンブレイドは作れそうだな。でもルーンブレイド、ちょっと待ってよ。ルーンベルト。全部作れそうだな。作っちゃうか。じゃあルーンブレイド。先行石、えぐい量使うな、これ。結構なんか、この素材、豊富にあるから大丈夫やろって思ったけど、凄まじい量だ、これ。よかった。いろいろ倒しといて。250とか使ったよ、さっき。アクアールのヒゲも。よしよしよしよし。これで今最強装備だな。ルーンブレイド、ルーンベルト、そしてルーンクレセントと。ちょっとブレイド見てみようか。いつものところで。さて、 持ち手がなんか結構、鳥かごっぽいデザインだな。おー、なんかすごい。この、なんていうのここの部分。この、刃物の部分と、持つところの間のところ。このなんかすごい、デザインが特殊だ。うわー、先っちょ分かれてる。あれなのかな？スレイプニルイメージな感じなのかな？二枚舌っぽいし、あいつ。かっこいいね。このなんか、金色のデザインもおしゃれだ。